I personally feel like I don't take enough time to actually make more personal videos on my channel. And when I say personal, I mean more unscripted, uncut, and just more, just me kind of going off and stuff. Not editing super hard, just something I can, like, record, throw some stock images on, and then fucking call it a day. So, yeah, that's exactly what we're doing here. Just filler content I can use that I can try to make somewhat entertaining. Before, whilst I'm actually working on a big project. So yeah, The Witcher. Damn, I picked these two games up during Thanksgiving. Um, the big Steam sale, the Thanksgiving sale and all that, or whatever it was called, autumn sale. I don't care. But there's also another recent sale going on right now that I think is only available for like another day or so. So if you haven't done that yet, you should probably check that out. I bought Borderlands 2, The Witcher 3, ironically, Left 4 Dead 2, Inside, and Ori and the Blind Forest. Yeah. So yeah, I picked up both The Witcher 1 and Witcher 2, like, uh, for both of them combined for under $5. I'm pretty sure that The Witcher 1 was like $1.50 during the sale, and that The Witcher 2 was like $3, so damn. By the way, happy late holidays and all that. I hope you guys had a very wonderful Christmas and awesome New Year and all that stuff. Hope you got super drunk if you're allowed to drink. So if I can rant on about The Witcher 1, then The Witcher 2, and then both of them together, I feel like that would wrap things up pretty well. The Witcher 1 was sort of a mixed bag for me. Now, I know you hear that from a lot of people, is that, you know, The Witcher 3 is like one of the best games ever made and everything. Like, it's like the best game of the 8th gen and all that. But the first Witcher game is kind of shitty. And then things didn't really pick up until The Witcher 2, which, I can definitely see why people say that. And how you should only play The Witcher 2 and 3. And the way I see it, when people just sort of appreciate The Witcher 3 or The Witcher 2 and 3, um, I don't feel like that's doing the trilogy justice. I feel like you should play the game as a trilogy, 1, 2, and 3. I haven't played through 3 yet, but according to what everyone tells me, it's basically. So, if you can break it down like this, The Witcher 2 took The Witcher 1 and just scrapped everything and made it 1,000 times better. And then The Witcher 3 took The Witcher 2 and then just expanded on everything and made everything, like, stupidly good. But, to put The Witcher 1 in perspective is that it's definitely a game you'll want to have an attention span for to actually finish. But it's still a pretty damn solid game. The main complaints I usually hear about it are the combat, which was definitely something I noticed right away, like straight off the bat. Once you started fighting, is that the combat in this game has some pretty major flaws. Um, so you know, we're trained by the common RPG today that the main way to do combat is just spam left click or right trigger or R2 if you're playing on one of those things. Uh, you just do that, and then boom, what you're looking at is dead, and then you just do that a little bit, move around and stuff. Witcher 1 doesn't do that. It takes everything and turns it right on its head. For one, you don't move a lot. You sort of stay in one area. You should only really move, and a certain fight is kind of difficult. But basically, what you do is you click once, okay? And you check your cursor for it to light up again, and then you'll click again and click again. You'll just keep this combo going and all that, and a lot of people don't like that. They say it works like a rhythm game, and I'll admit, it was very frustrating at first to learn it, but when I actually did learn it, I was actually kind of addicted to it for like the first 10 hours of the game. And then I realized that the rest of the game sort of drags on for 40 hours, and that it's so fucking. The game gets really damn hard. Really hard, really fast. And you're going to want to clench your butthole for that. And if you want to take the story and put it in perspective, it's a really good story. I actually would say that I like it more than The Witcher 2's, but I won't go there yet. But The Witcher 1's story was really fucking interesting, and like, put it in a few sentences, you're a Witcher, Geralt of Rivia, you have amnesia and all that shit, and your Witcher friends find you, and they take you back to the school of the Wolf main Witcher fortress known as Kaer Morhen. They take you back over there, they patch you up, you fall in love with a woman by the name of Triss Marigold, and suddenly your place is attacked. Um, certain person is killed. Um, a bunch of stuff happens, and the game's basically a revenge quest, trying to figure out who did all these bad things to you and whatnot. And it all just goes down to, you know, this story kind of balances itself between politics and the whole revenge quest thing. And I really like how it handled everything. I felt like the game was paced pretty well. Uh, You know, you start off in a sort of rural area. It's a very insignificant part of the game, and you uncover this little quest there. And there's 5 chapters in the game overall. It's not an open world game. The Witcher didn't actually get open world until The Witcher 3, but it's sort of like small worlds that you can travel around in each designated chapter. And I sort of like how it's handled. I feel like it's appropriate for the type of game that it's trying to capture. And I really like this game's story. I really do. There's plot, twist, betrayal, romance, sex. No actual sex scenes. You just sort of get that the Witcher is famous for all its sex. You sort of get a little card, a nudie card, and yeah. But if you want to like put The Witcher 1 into perspective, it's a hard game to get into. If you really want to buy it, and if you're not into it, just refund it. By the way, I definitely recommend playing the entire trilogy on PC, so that way you can actually save all your progress, and because choices carry over. The Witcher 2, imagine The Witcher 1, but good. Okay, The Witcher 1 is good, I'm sorry. The Witcher 2 just kind of takes everything that The Witcher 1 did, all the characters, the aesthetics, and sort of just puts everything into a new engine and gives you a completely different story. A lot of the key things from the original Witcher game actually aren't present in The Witcher 2, which is I found pretty odd. But this game is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. You could have fooled me into thinking that this game didn't actually come out in 2011. The Witcher 2 is a really, really pretty game, and I would go as far as saying that it definitely has better, like, the best graphics of any game I've ever seen come out of 2011. And the graphics in The Witcher 1 aren't too good. They're a little dated, but I can throw that excuse as it's a game that came out in 2007, and it was the first game that CD Projekt Red ever made. So the gameplay is extremely improved on. A lot of the spells in the original game that I never found myself using at all became instantly 1,000 times more useful. Quen, the shield spell, which was complete garbage in the original Witcher, turns into actually like a really strong spell in this game that you're going to want to take into every combat scenario. Now, there's still this one spell called, I believe, Axii that I don't quite find myself using, so I still have hopes that The Witcher 3 will take Axii and sort of buff it up a bit so that way it can actually be used. Now, the story in this game kind of follows a similar plot to a few other things you've probably seen before. It's sort of a game about clearing your name. I won't throw any spoilers out there, but basically a bad thing happens beginning of the game, and you're blamed for it. Geralt is blamed, and he has to find the real criminal and stuff, and it's a game about clearing your name, basically. And it really does turn into this awesome story. You get to, in The Witcher 1, you're only confined to the kingdom of Temeria, and now you actually start off in Temeria, and you'll go to Edirn, the city of Vergen and Edirn, you'll go to Loch Moine, and, yeah, try not to spoil things here. Now, I do, at the end of the day, think that The Witcher 2 is a exponentially better game than The Witcher 1, but there is one pretty big problem that I have with the game. I just beat it. That's right after recording this video. No, right before recording this video, my bad. So, The Witcher 1 was a game I put 48 hours into. A little less than 50 hours to beat. Long game, especially a game for $1. Witcher 2, 25 hours. What the fuck? Okay. Yeah, I definitely got enough content worth my money though. I paid $3 for the game and I got 20 hours. That's ridiculous. That's like paying a $60 game and getting nearly 200 hours, which I can expect out of The Witcher 3. But my point is, I feel like the story ended too fast. I feel like there was more than that. There was more than what there should have been, and if you wait after the credits, there is a real ending to the game, which kind of leaves you on a cliffhanger with a giant war coming and everything. And yeah, it it sort of left a bad taste in my mouth, and it hurt too because you know the story is told so much better than the original Witcher. You can tell at the dated game and stuff they had a few problems here and there. You can tell that a lot more effort went into The Witcher 2's development of the story. So it burns me to the core when I see that the game ends so fast. It ended on a high note. It felt climactic, except for the little bit at the end where they're showing the war that's to come and all that. Um, it felt really nice. It did, but it just, like I said, it just ends. And I expected it to at least have the 5 chapters that The Witcher 1 had, but no, The Witcher 2 has 3 chapters. They're pretty long. They're a bit longer than the average Witcher 1 chapter, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really. It doesn't help. Like, it just doesn't. But my opinion on the Witcher series so far, without considering The Witcher 3 in there yet, because I obviously haven't played it, but I'm super hyped to play it. They're really good games. I would definitely recommend playing them and even reading the books if you're super into the story. I'm probably not going to read the books. You're probably just going to watch a lore series online because fuck reading. And like I said, play them on PC because PC Master Race or some obligatory quote like that. See you guys some other time. Working on a big project right now, about a 6-minute long video. Not viable for the new YouTube, but I'll make do. See you guys next time.